So, the Indiana Fever have officially won their first game of the 2026 campaign, defeating the LA Sparks 87 to 78 in a game that they pretty much controlled pretty much all throughout. It was a little bit kind of close in the beginning there, but they take a big they go on a big run in that second quarter to jump out into the lead, and they pretty much coast the rest of the game. Maybe kind of coasting. LA's able to get it close in the last couple minutes. They go on a little mini fake run where they get the ball down six, but I think like a minute left to go. I didn't think they had any chance. The Sparks suck. I'm not gonna lie, but we're not here to talk about the Sparks. We're here to talk about the Fever. So before I talk about anything that pertains to the actual game, I'm going to talk about some things one thing that I just already just don't like so far about the season. Generally, I'm not somebody who's going to start off bitching. I'll, incorporate my bitching as I'm talking about something positive, but I just got to get this out the way early. Stephanie White is a war criminal for what she's done to the AB Caitlin Clark pick and roll. That used to be the most money two man operation in all of basketball, whether it be NBA, WNBA, NCAA, YMCA. It didn't matter. If it was you had Caitlin Clark and Alea Boston playing that pick and roll, the entire offense was just so dangerous. And I think on a team like this, where you actually have players that can space the floor out, players that can shoot, doesn't make any sense not to run it. Especially considering the fact that Stephanie White likes to run Alea Boston in that hub position where she's coming off and she's making decisions off the roll and whatnot. I don't know why we don't want to do that with our primary ball handler, because then at that point Aaliyah's just either going to the basket. She has a mismatch on most centers when it comes to foot speed and getting to the basket. But she also has shooters: Lexi Hull, Sophie Cunningham, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark. If she can ever make a 3-point shot, like, it doesn't make any sense to me to eliminate that aspect of what made the team really, really good a couple years ago. I know they weren't able to operate so much on it this past season, so maybe that's why it kind of went, kind of to the wayside a little bit more. But I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. But overall, that aside, I wanted to lead with that because as I'm watching the game, I'm just like, they don't do AB to CC pick and rolls anymore. They don't do, like, if you were watching this channel back in 2024 during the rookie season, was my whole thing. It was the best 2-man game in the sport, and for them to go away from that, it's just I'm sad to see it, you know what I'm saying? But it's not too big of a deal because I will say this Fever offense is actually really, really good. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? They're able to generate good looks for each other. They're able to actually come out here and make the game look really easy, actually. Let me see if I can pull up really quick their team stats. I'm pretty sure I think they had like 27 field goals on like 19 assists or something like that. I don't know if I'm doing all this searching right now, but actually, it'll be down here. So they had 23 assists on 31 field goals. Just absolutely spraying the ball, making sure that everybody's able to get their own shot. In a game where Alea Boston doesn't get her first points until there's almost only 3 minutes left in the third quarter, she only finishes with 4 points for the entire game on the day where I bet for her to go over 20. It is what it is, man. That's just how this betting shit goes, man. But yeah, in a game where Alea Boston only scores 4 points. Caitlin Clark, for the life of her, cannot make a 3-point shot, and we'll come back to this in a minute. The offense looked really, really good. The offense looked really, really good. Caitlin Clark, I'm saying, amid her shooting slump, she did come out and still give you 24 points, 9 assists, looking like old Caitlin Clark, looking like the Caitlin Clark that we all know and love, aside from hitting threes. And like I said, we'll come back to Caitlin in just 1 second because people have been really getting under my skin on social media with just the whole discourse surrounding Caitlin Clark following game one. Like I said, we'll get to that later. The offense looks great. Kelsey Mitchell came through, gave you 23 points. Another efficient game from her, 9 for 17, 53% from the field. Not much from Alea Boston. Mo Billings made her Fever debut tonight, and she was great. She was great. She started the game off with high energy. She hit the first 3 of the game, I'm pretty sure. And she just played high energy. 9 points, 8 rebounds on a game where you got nothing from Alea Boston. The fact that you have Monique Billings come out there and give you just something, you know what I'm saying? That's all you can really ask for from these Fever bigs outside of AB. You just want to give us some kind of production. Let's see. Damaris Dantas today gave us 3 points and 1 rebound. Michaela Timpson gave us 2 points, 1 rebound. We don't have any kind of depth down there when it comes to it. Maisha Allen gave us 0 points and 1 rebound. So, yeah, the Sparks are not a good team. They're not a very good team. I'm not going to sit up here and act like this is the best win that we ever could have gotten, but it's the win that we got today. Yeah, just it's crazy in a game where really nobody played amazing for the Fever outside. I would say Kelsey. Kelsey played her. Kelsey has the easiest job in all of basketball. I'll be honest with you. Just Kelsey Mitchell's job is the easiest thing in the world. All she has to do is go out there and do the thing that she does best: score the ball. Tween has he step back, hit a three, come off a pin down, hit a mid range, blow by somebody, get a layup. And nobody expects her to play defense, which is fine. I don't give a fuck if Kelsey Mitchell plays defense. Really don't care. As long as you come out there and you give us an efficient 20 ball and you at least try on defense, which I will say Kelsey Mitchell does give very good effort on the defensive end. And that's all I can really ask for. That's all I can really ask for. So shout out to the Fever. Came out there, got a big dub. And now let's talk about Caitlin Clark. Miss Caitlin Clark came out tonight, like I said, 24 points, 9 assists on 9 of 17 from the floor, 1 of 7 from 3. So, following game 1 against the Wings, Caitlin Clark came out, I believe it was 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Didn't shoot great from the three ball. Overall, didn't shoot great from the floor. I think she was under 40%. Not her best showing as in terms of efficiency. But let's talk about that stat line for just a second. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, or even if it's the other way, even if it's 7 assists, 8 rebounds, is a stat line that's never been done by a WNBA player for a full season ever in the WNBA's 30-year history. That is a stat line. Caitlin Clark's averages are 18.5 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. So she played a game that was above her career averages, a game that if the season ended today or that day, it would have been a stat line never done by anybody in the entire league's history. And I got people going on social media acting like Caitlin Clark then fell off. People saying that Caitlin Clark isn't the same player. What the fuck is going on out here, bro? What is going on? The girl's shot is not falling. That's what Caitlin Clark's problem is right now. Her 3 ball is not falling. She shot 1 for 7 from 3 today. She shot 2 for 9 from 3 in game 1. For the season, she's 3 of 16 for the season. Under 25%. It's not good. It's not good. We're not going to sit up here and bullshit. It is what it is. But Caitlin Clark, the basketball player, Caitlin Clark, the point guard, is still a top 5 player in all the W. 24 points. She shot 9 for 17 from the floor tonight. Very efficient. Going downhill. The thing that everybody talks about with Caitlin Clark is how her game is so limited. Apparently, Caitlin Clark can't shoot. Caitlin Clark can't dribble. Caitlin Clark is a turnover machine. And Caitlin Clark can't play defense. But she came out here, was 24 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, and a +5 when she's on the court. What are we bitching about? What are we bitching about? It's always something that we're gonna complain about when it pertains to this girl for some reason, but she's playing fine. Game 1, 28-7, and her first game back in I think it was like 339 days or 279 days, some ridiculous number like that. Hasn't played a WNBA game in almost a full calendar year, and we're like, well, that's it. She's gone. That's it. The Caitlin Clark that we know and love. Stephanie White has killed her. Stephanie White has ruined her. Oh my God. She's got to make 3-point shots, bro. That's the only problem. And y'all want to see the tweet that really pissed me off? The tweet that really took me over the edge here. This is supposed to be a guy that's supposed to be Mr. Caitlin Clark. He, made his old YouTube channel based off just talking about. Hang on 1 second. For the life of me, I cannot find it right now, but I'll throw it up on the screen whenever I do find it. It's from the Mick Talks Hoops guy. He was just basically talking about how Caitlin Clark, isn't the same player as she was her rookie year. Her offensive, I think her offensive burst is gone, or, her offensive confidence is gone, or, just something along those lines, and how Paige is now a better player, and blah, 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 a whole bunch of fucking bullshit, if I'm being honest with you. Caitlin Clark's confidence is not shaken in the slightest. Through 2 games, Caitlin Clark has taken 16 3-pointers. That's 8 3-pointers a game. She's not fucking shy about taking 3-point shots. She has no problem at all when it comes to taking 3-point shots. The issue that Caitlin Clark is having is that Caitlin Clark can't make a 3-point shot to save her fucking life. She was 1 for 7, 14% tonight. It's not looking good right now. And if the back injury truly is an actual thing that's bothering her, that could be, contribute to her poor shooting. Because everything else, she looks like Caitlin Clark. Running the fast break, she looks like Caitlin Clark. Passing the ball, she looks like Caitlin Clark. Going downhill, she looks even better actually going downhill. Like, you want to talk about one thing. The fact that the 3-point game has been struggling the way it has really made it so that Caitlin Clark going downhill, you can see where it's improved. You can see where she's going downhill and she's able to, the creative finishes left and right. For somebody who can't dribble, she gets around people and gets to the basket very, 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 very often, and she's very good at finishing those shots. You know what I'm saying? She came out, she hit 1 3 tonight, only shot 5 free throws. She came out and gave you 24 points. And this is her supposed to be, she's supposed to be ass right now. She's supposed to be just a player, just a cog in the system. Because everybody knows that Kelsey Mitchell is the best player on the Fever. I just don't understand the conversation around this girl. I understand that when you are, an athlete of Caitlin Clark's status and who she is, people are gonna go out there and say wild shit to go out there to get their clicks up. But the shit that I'm seeing just makes no sense. She has to make shots, bro. She has to make shots. That's the end of the deal. But that's all I got though, man. Like I said, not too much for this game. Fever went out there, got the job done, got it handled. And it's on to the next. Pretty sure we got Washington on Saturday or Sunday. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of worried about that game only because Washington has some really good guards that could give us problems on the perimeter. But and hell, at this point they got really great bigs too. I think it'll be actually a crazy matchup with Aaliyah Boston versus Kiki and Lauren Betts and everybody. So yeah, definitely excited for that. And I will be here when that shit happens. So make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button for me, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.